What's going on, everybody? Unborn here with USG. I'm going to do a Last of Us multiplayer review, so get ready. Alright, so first things first, the gameplay. The gameplay of The Last of Us is amazing. It plays like the story mode, so it's no doubt fluid and feels very well even when the style changes to multiplayer. Now I'm going to cut straight to the point. Last of Us is the best game I've played in a long time in both story and multiplayer. With multiplayer being the most surprising, it has the most cooperative multiplayer gameplay I've ever played before. And I mean this literally. You need a team with mics at all time. I actually never ever played a game that relies so heavily on your team in the multiplayer. I mean, not SOCOM, not Ghost Recon, not Battlefield, and certainly not Call of Duty. You'll die without these mics. You'll die without your team, and very quickly. Let's talk objective of the game. The objective of the game is to increase your clan so that you don't starve or die, or so that they don't starve and die. Now, the more you get kills or downs actually, and you collect the cans off of their dead bodies, your can surplus will go up, I guess, and you'll get a bigger clan when you're actually eating. Now, if you're not getting downs and getting the cans and completing your objective that the game gives you, your clan will start to decrease to the point where you have no clan and you actually have to start over. But let me rewind it a bit to the beginning, how it actually starts. You get to choose between the fireflies and you get to choose between the hunters. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. The fireflies are yellow, the hunters are blue. Now, when you pick those, that's when your clan starts, and that's when, back to the cans, and you need to complete the objectives. Now, there is an extra mission that you have to pick, which is another objective for the multiplayer. It'll tell you to pick something like get as many kills or get many revives as you can get, stuff like that. And if you don't complete them, there's something called a hunter attack or a firefly attack, and if you don't complete those missions, you get attacked. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's what happens, and you will lose your clan entirely over time if you don't do the missions and the objectives. So, which brings me to my point of the gameplay, which is team reliable. You have to complete the challenges, the missions, and the objectives in order to be successful in the multiplayer, where it's not just KD and it's not just a point system. And this is one of the most inspiring multiplayers that I've ever played, the most surprising, like I said before. It's so much that goes into the multiplayer when it comes down to the objectives, to the missions, to all that stuff. Now I'm going to move on to comparing the game to things that I think is comparable to stuff like actually Gears of War. Now, Last of Us is a 5v5, no, actually a 4v4 gameplay, so it's a little small compared to recent games like Battlefield and Call of Duty and all that stuff like that. And it's kind of similar to Gears of War. It's more personal. It's a little bit less people, so the gameplay isn't wild and crazy. I mean, although it can get that way, it's actually pretty controlled, pretty simple when it comes to how many people are going to be on the map. Now, another thing that I want to point out that helps the multiplayer a lot is the supplies. The supplies that you need in the game, in the actual multiplayer, when you get into the game, it's like the single player. In order to survive, you need to craft, get supplies, buy armor, create weapons. And yes, you can create weapons in the multiplayer, which also helps it be one of the best multiplayers I've ever played. You have to create Molotov cocktails, create your own grenades, create your own stick weapons with blades and stuff like that, which adds a nice feel to the multiplayer. Now I'm going to talk about the purchasable weapons and the things you can purchase by obtaining parts, aka money, in the multiplayer. Now when you kill someone or when you come to a supply box, sometimes parts will come out. Parts is considered money. A certain amount of parts is a certain amount of money. You can purchase ammo with these parts. You can purchase armor. You can purchase special weapons. and you can purchase the ammo for the special weapons. Now, special weapons are like weapons that you put in your loadout, like you get a special sniper rifle, assault rifle, or even a flamethrower. And you can purchase these mid-game in the multiplayer at any time as long as you get the parts for it. And this really adds to the game, adds to the multiplayer. Even though you can't change your loadout, you can acquire all this stuff by playing the multiplayer, or getting to the supply boxes. The supply boxes are going to be spread out across the map, so they aren't easy to get to. You get one for free basically when you start off. As a supply box right there, so you can sprint to it, get all you need out of the box, and then if it's parts in there, you can use it for that. Now I'm going to talk about the special executions. Everyone loves to do them, of course. It's like a slick finisher move to your opponent. Once you down them, they can't really do nothing. You sprint over there and you commence to pound their face in, or shoot them square off in the face. It's some nicely cinematic looking execution. Now there's only one problem to that. The problem is, if your partner is down and he's being executed, you can't really do nothing to stop him. Now, of course, if the enemy sprints over there to get the kill, to execute your partner, you can kill him, but you won't be able to save your partner or stop the execution. It makes it look a little bit goofy. For example, your enemy is sprinting over to your down partner, and now he's pressed triangle as fast as he could, of course, to get the kill, and now he's doing some type of, let's say, melee to the face of your opponent, and now you can't really do nothing to stop it. He's punching him in the face, and even if you manage to kill him, your partner is in court. It's like some type of cinematic realm where he's getting beat in the face by an invisible person because you done shot the bad guy off of him. It kind of makes it clunky looking and a little bit messed up. And maybe they should have changed it to where you can save your partner, whereas you could just kill the enemy and your partner still gets executed. Now moving on from that, there is the special supply boxes, like I said before, that you can find bandaging and stuff to heal yourself. There's one more problem to that, is the headshots. When you find a supply box, there's certain stuff that you can craft to be one-hit quitters. Like you can craft a stick with a blade at the end of it, and you can run up to the enemy and just one hit down them because it's so powerful. Now, with that being said, the stuff that you can craft, the headshots in the game aren't as good. Like you will get a sniper shot to the face, and they can survive it if they have a full bit of health, or if they have, well, it's understandable if they have the armor. If they have a full bit of health, they can take sniper shots literally to the face. Not just sniper shots, shotgun shots, assault rifle shots. Now you can get headshots, but most weapons it's like the second shot. Some people like that. I'm not too fond of multiple shots to the head. I like to, if I get a headshot with a certain weapon, I want you to go down. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it works together in a way that I can't really understand right now. Now, on a quick graphics note, you can clearly see that the multiplayer graphics isn't as good as the single player graphics for this game. Although the multiplayer graphics is still some of the best around, it just doesn't quite look as good as it does in the single player. Now, I can go on and on about how good this game's multiplayer is. If you're a person who particularly likes to play multiplayer only, I strongly recommend consider getting this game. So overall, this multiplayer gets a 9.7.
Watch my ass.
Come on, man, cover me. I'm all done. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good to go. I'm all done. Let's go. I'm all done. Let's go. That'll fucking teach you. Hurry! Hurry! Yeah. Got me. He ain't coming back. Assholes didn't know what hit him.